Hi guys, today I want to take you through how to install Debian Linux version 10, although this will work for previous versions and probably some future versions. Now you'll need to create a bootable USB drive, and I've got instructions in the description of this video and on my website, so check that out. If you're already past that and ready to install, we'll go ahead. I'll just unpause this machine. So the first menu you'll be presented with is the type of install. For this one we want to choose graphical install. Okay, and click enter. Alright, so the first window you'll be presented with is the language, and this is the display language and the language that will be installed on the system, so it's a very important setting. Most of you it'll be English, but for some of you it won't be. So select your language and click continue, and then your location. Now it's important to get this right, because I know a lot of people just put anywhere or US. Don't do that, because Debian will set download mirrors and the clock to your location, and if you set it to somewhere different, it may not download updates and other important aspects. So select your location and click continue. And the keyboard, again, most of you will be American English. If not, choose others and click continue. Okay, so after installing some basic options, you'll be presented with the hostname section. Now hostname, you want something short and descriptive, so I'll put Debian-VM. Now you are limited in what you can put for a hostname, basically only dashes in between, so the hyphen. So put something descriptive in there and click continue. Now domain name, if you're at home, so you haven't got a domain network, it can be anything, so I'm just going to put rickmedia.com. If you're on a corporate network, you need to speak to your network administrator to find out the domain name. But otherwise anything there. You can also put rickmedia.local or net, anything like that. So we do that and click continue. Okay, so now you're presented with the root password. Now you won't be using the root account very much, only for certain procedures. So choose your password and enter. And then click continue. Now full name, you don't have to put your full name in there, just your first name is fine. And then click continue. Now it'll automatically come up with a lowercase version for your user account, so I just leave that at defaults and click continue. And then we want a password for the Richie user, so your standard user. Now this password you will be entering quite often for sudo purposes. Click continue. Now we need to configure the clock. Now I've already selected my country, which is Australia, and I'm in Victoria, so I'll select that and click continue. Okay, so now we're up to the partitioning disks section. Now I suggest that you leave it at guided, use entire disk, unless you are more experienced. But if you're more experienced, you probably wouldn't be watching this video anyway, so just leave it at guided, use entire disk and click continue. Okay, so it's selected the only disk that I've got on the system. You may have extra disks. Just be careful that you install on the right one. Okay, it'll usually be SDA, but just double check that and click continue. Now for this section we want to leave it at all files in one partition. If you want to experiment, you can have a separate home partition if you've got extra disks, but otherwise just leave it at all files in one partition. Click continue. Now this is the final warning that it's going to delete everything on the disk and create the partitions, so we can click continue. and select yes for the final warning there. Click continue. Now it's installing the base system. This will take probably around about 10-15 minutes depending on the speed of your hardware, so I'll be back at the end of this. Okay guys, so now after the installation of the software, we've come to the install grub bootloader. Now if you're on a multi-Linux or Windows system and you've already got grub bootloader installed, obviously you don't want to do that, but for most of you, you're going to select yes, because if you don't, Debian won't boot. Alright, so just select yes and continue. Okay, so now we get to the section where we choose the hard disk to install grub on. That will most likely be dev SDA, so and it'll be the same hard drive that you just installed Debian on. Okay, so select that disk and click continue. Alright, so now we're up to the final screen. So it's time to remove the USB hard drive or the DVD disk in your optical drive, and then you can click continue and Debian will reboot. Alright, so now we're up to the login screen, so go ahead and, now this is your user password, not the root password. And we should see the Debian desktop in a tick. Okay, so now we've got the basic Debian desktop. You go to activities if you want to find your apps. You find the most common ones on the left there. If you want to see all of them, just click the dots down there, and then you can just scroll through and find them there. Okay, so that's about it for this guy, guys. If you had any trouble or have any questions, just leave them below, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers, guys.